Hi there, this is Joe from ShopTo, and I'm joined by Dan.
Hello.
And we're just going to be reviewing Fat Princess Adventures. I've been playing this a bit. It's not quite what I was expecting. I should have guessed from the word adventures. Because I'm thinking Fat Princess. Now, the last Fat Princess I played was the one where you were in both different teams and you had to run and sort of nick the other team's princess.
It was the PlayStation 3 one, wasn't it? And I remember you playing an awful lot when it came out.
Yeah, that was fun. That was, and you would just...
loved it, yeah.
Their team would feed it up and you'd feed it up and the other team would be trying to steal or sort of thing.
That's right, yeah.
So
this is not that at all.
No, this is more a sort of Diablo-style co-op game. So you basically... There's this evil sort of woman, what's she called again? Bitter Queen, that's what she's called. She's Bitter Queen. She kidnaps the fat princesses, and it's still get that sort of 4-player sort of couch co-op, but it's also you can play online as well. So you can do either really, and then you're basically just going through this sort of adventure trying to get the princess back, fighting against bad guys and bosses and stuff like that. It's still got a lot of the elements of the old Fat Princess. So there's 4 sort of class types. So we've got a warrior, an engineer, and a mage, and an archer. And as you play through, you earn new equipment and upgrades and stuff like that. And there's checkpoints. So as you get to each checkpoint, you can change class and change equipment and stuff. And also you'll occasionally meet a wee guy who you can upgrade your equipment as well.
So it's kind of like a loot sort of base game where you go around, kill monsters, get better weapons, and progress that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of loot.
Cool.
You have like this, and if you're losing health, you can eat cake.
Right.
And that sort of points you health, but it also makes you bigger, so you end up with this big fatty, which is quite fun. But it's got $14.99, and I kind of, from what I've played, I'm thinking, well, it seems quite a lot of money for what it is. It doesn't seem quite as fun as the original.
Right, it's lost a little bit of the appeal, does it? I mean, the original was such a clever little idea.
Yeah. Well, that's just what I was expecting, you see, because I hadn't really seen anything about it before. But I guess the adventures part should have gave it away. But that is quite a lot. There's good bosses as well, and you have this sort of special sort of juice. I can't remember what it's called. It's got juice ability or something where you hold down 2 buttons and you get this sort of power juice sort of thing where you sort of become stronger and you can fight against the baddies using the end level bosses using that and stuff. But if you don't, you get the juice by killing the baddies, so you fill up your meter. So you kill up the sort of minion bosses.
Right.
You attack them and that'll fill your meter up, and then you can obviously use it against the end level bosses then. But if you don't use the special ability against them, certainly some of them, then they're immune to your attacks. So you kind of need to go...
It's a little bit of tactical play. It's not just smacking everyone you see. It's actually working out when you need to use these special powers.
Yeah, and it's quite fun in terms of trying to find the princess stuff, because obviously once you find her, you're having to fight against end-level baddies and stuff like that. And you have to carry her along and take her back to her throne room at one point. But and she actually attacks as well, the princess. She sort of helps you out a bit as well.
So it's all top down again, is it? When he says like a bit like Diablo, so he's looking from like a bird's eye view on the action again, is it?
Sort of, yeah. You know, it's kind of like bird's eye, but it's kind of off.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see the 3D, but sort of...
Yeah.
It's just that sort of off
down. What are the visuals like? Is it the same cutesy kind of cartoon look that it had originally?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it has that sort of cartoony effect to it, and it's got quite a lot of humour in it as well. Oh, what was it? I made me laugh. The princess, now I'd said rescued her and taken her back to the throne room, and I was carrying her, and she goes, "Oh, are you coming forth to carry me home?" That's funny. But I never realised there'd been 4 Fat Princess games. So,
sorry?
Apparently there's been 4. There's Fat Princess, and I don't really know what the other ones were. To be honest,
I'm not quite sure how we missed all those, but there you go.
no, they've passed me by. To be honest, I did play the first one. And I thought it was great. This is a brilliant game, and it was so much fun. And this is just kind of threw me that it's like this top-down adventure. I mean, it's fun enough, but is it really $14.99? I don't know. I don't know how.
Struggling with that price point, aren't you? I think it's sort of a bit obvious that you're not really sure. I mean, does it feel like it's a budget game which just been expanded a little bit?
I wouldn't say but
I say bud. I mean, indie sort of game.
yeah,
sorry.
it feels like indie-style adventure game, and that's fair enough. But it just seems a bit overpriced to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe people like it. It's just something about it. I'm a bit like, oh. I mean, it's nice. It's got that old style sort of 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
But
you don't see that often in games. That's quite nice to have that. I mean, and that is local and online, is it?
Yeah, that's right. And people like that it's simple and it's accessible and there's plenty of loot and funny dialogue, and the visuals are good as well. Some of the bosses are quite impressive, but it is quite shallow, to be honest. And it's quite a short game as well. So I don't know.
That's with games like that, that's where the loot comes into play, because there's always some better loot to get, isn't there? Rather than just It's just one of these games. I guess you could just jump in and have a bit of fun and jump out again. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. Well, we'll leave it there. I think that's the review. That's what I've got to say about it. Okay, thanks for joining us. Don't forget that you can like to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye.